spring break. This video is going to go over the opener on the 11-1 notes packet. So the first problem gives you a 45, 45, 90 triangle. Based on the triangle sum theorem, you can show that that angle is 45 as well, which indicates it is an isosceles triangle. And just remember, in an isosceles triangle, the sides opposite the 45 degrees are congruent. Now this is also a right triangle, so remember the side opposite the right angle is called the hypotenuse. And then the other two sides are called the legs. Now in this case, the legs are congruent. In a 45, 45, 90 triangle, the legs are congruent. So, legs are congruent, so y is equal to 9. For x, the hypotenuse, the relationship in a 45, 45, 90 triangle is the hypotenuse, I'll use HYP, is equal to the length of a leg times the square root of 2. So the hypotenuse, in this case, is x, is equal to the length of a leg, 9, square root of 2. So, and if we want to use a calculator to get an approximate of what that is, 9 square root of 2, so that's approximately 12.7. Make sure you know the form with the square root though. So then we get the next kind of triangle, which is a 30, 60, 90 triangle. Now, the 30 degrees is not labeled, however, since the triangle sum theorem tells us we can get that angle measure. So this has another kind. So take note here, x is the hypotenuse. Now in this case, the legs are not congruent. We will call one of the legs, the leg opposite the 30 degrees, is the short leg. And the leg opposite the 60 degrees is the long leg. If you remember from first semester, the longer side of a triangle is opposite the larger angle. So that's why this is labeled that way. So the best thing to find is always the short leg. So the first thing here, x, which is the hypotenuse, the formula, the equation is the hypotenuse, HYP, is equal to the 2 times the short leg. And in this case, the short leg is 6, so the hypotenuse, x, is equal to 2 times 6, or x is equal to 12. And y, which is the long leg, the formula is the long leg is equal to the short leg times the square root of 3. So the long leg, y, is equal to the short leg, 6, square root of 3. And if we want to get an approximate answer, type in 6, square root of 3. And so y is approximately 10.4. Take note here, if I'm rounding to the tenths place, I'm going to look at the hundredths place. If it's 5 or higher, I'm going to round up. And so please make sure you know the square root form as well though. Okay.